I'll just right click and add an emitter. I'll take the fountain, and today's force is, if I go here and there's a force, we have covered these two. Curl noise, my favorite. So I'll just add it, and then I'll just delete the gravity I don't need, and velocity for now I'll delete. I'll just turn that off, and we have the particle spawning on the sphere. And the curl noise is by default 10, so it's not affecting too much. So basically, first is strength. If you increase this, particle will move in a random movement because of the curl noise. And then we have a frequency. Let me show you how this frequency works. I'll just turn this off and turn this off also. I'll take the velocity a linear and just 100, and also just make the 5. I don't need this. So particle just going straight in a line. And now if I just turn on the curl noise, you can see this strength making this curl noise more or less. If you make this like 50, it will be less bending, and then it is more bending. So the pattern is bending is a frequency. So the more curvature there is, the more the value is low. And if I increase it, the pattern will be smaller. So if I decrease it like 10, the pattern will be bigger. Okay. So the lesser the value, pattern will be like bigger, and more the value, pattern will be smaller. And then after this, we have a noise quality that you can use ultra or basic. Okay. So you can see that 10, and on 50 it is like this, and on 200 it is very noisy. Cool. So by default it's 50. So we, let's say you have 20. Next thing is it's just taking the one pattern and this particle going on that. So you want to animate it, you can take this and just put values in any of these. If I just add on the Z, you can see you can randomly add in all these two random value, and see now it's animated. Now if I decrease the pattern like 2, you can see it's just moving on a bigger pattern. If I make this 50, it is very noisy. So these are the settings. Okay, let's say 20. After this, if you open this, there's one cool thing that is a random seed. So let's say if you don't have a pen and you have this like this much. So you have this pattern. If you want to change the pattern, you can change this seed. Okay, and it will every time it will go on that pattern. So this is a seed, and this seed is also very useful if you want multiple lines. So like this is the 11th seed, and on the 5 seed is going there. So if you want to use 5 and 11 both, you can do that. So let's say if you just randomize it like 0 to 1, that means we have two different seeds, some particle going on the 0 seed, some particle going on the 1 seed. If you make this 2, now we have 3 seeds. But now before particle dividing in these 3, you need to increase the spawn rate. Okay, and then you can increase the value here, and it will make those seeds. I think that's a new thing for you. You didn't know that. Okay, it's very cool thing. So we said this. There is the randomizer that you will not require much, but it is, so you can just change the settings from here also. Then we have also seed here. Okay, but we have also mask. So if I let me show you how this mask works. So basically I turn off this velocity, and I'll turn off the curl noise, and on the shape location I'll take the box and I'll take the planar. So we have particles forming on a planar like this. Now I'll turn on the curl noise and particle moving. Then I'll turn on the mask. So particle not moving at all. Now with this value, I think, let me check. Okay, because it is connected with velocity, you need a velocity little bit, like 5 or 1. And now, see, particle just affecting on that center. Although it is not very useful thing because you can do that thing with lots of ways. You can mask the strength from here, and you can like apply that on anywhere if you want. But there's a mask. If you increase it like this much, it will affect on particle if you increase this much. Okay. So there's an option. So I just need to show you, and then there's a fall off. So if you have particles affecting here, you can increase the fall off. Some particle nearby also affected. Okay, so this is what. So this is the kernel. I hope this is clear.